Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean.
Alright.
And this is Everyday Food Reviews, and today we've got Month in Review, episode 5. It is 5, isn't it?
5. That's 5. What I've got.
That was just off the top of my head, I could... God knows. So yeah, episode 5 already.
Yeah, it's it. We said it last month.
Yeah, we do, we're probably going to say it many more months, but...
It seems like a short month.
Yeah, and it's not.
No.
So
we've
had some good comments about monthly review, so I think it's going down well.
Yeah, I think this one's going to have a slightly different focus because there's not a lot we need to retread, and there's not a lot we've had any real news about for coming up next month. I mean, what I've got in the things for next month are just things that have happened this month.
Yeah.
The fact that we've not found Rain Orange Dreamsicle.
Yeah.
But we got the...
Or nope, even.
The other one.
Peach Fizz.
Peach Fizz. But they're apparently both in one stop. We found the Peach Fizz in one stop. I think someone saw them somewhere else, but I can't remember where. Nitro is in Morrison's and has been found in one stop. And then there's the Pokemon cards in the Happy Meals in the UK, which I made a short joking about it a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah.
But that's actually happened now. So, are we going to do a video on that? I was wondering about this.
On what?
The Happy Meals. We're gonna do a Happy Meal unboxing video together. Perhaps shouldn't have put you on the spot. Should have asked at some other point.
No, we can. I don't mind. How long are they in Happy Meals for? This has been something I've been wondering. Not because I'm collecting or anything.
I think it's normally 6 weeks.
Okay.
6-week rotation, I think.
That's good. It gives me enough time to collect.
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I've not been collecting them. I collect like the... Well, I don't collect any of them really. I just buy cards to play the game. Yeah. So I've managed to avoid the Happy Meal stuff because there's nothing I can get that's playable in there. So I've not bothered buying any.
I'm collecting because they're like special 25th anniversary cards.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we could do a video on them. Like, we wouldn't be reviewing a Happy Meal, but it'd be a fun video that's food based. And we can talk about the Pokemon cards. It's an excuse to talk about Pokemon cards in a food video. So yeah. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for news as far as I can remember.
Yeah. So looking back at the month, what we've been doing, we did the rain flavours. Going back to those.
Well, yeah, I've written rain flavours. We did one. As it goes.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was very good. We've been told, we've got it on good authority from Billy on the Discord that less good authority, r/energy drinks, have confirmed that the US and the UK versions of Orange Dreamsicle are very, very different. But then, it's not that I don't believe them, but I would take everything they say with a pinch of salt, seeing as these are the same people who still insist that Relentless and Burn are identical. When
I was having some fun in the Discord about that. Was it last night?
Yeah.
It was good fun.
I mean, they're not identical by any definition of the word, any actual definition of identical. They've got the same names for a lot of the flavours, and some of them are very, very similar. But, you know, if you look at it objectively, they've got different amounts of sugar, so even if the flavours were identical, which they're not, the drinks themselves aren't, because they've got different amounts of sugar in them.
Yeah, because not everywhere in Europe has to abide by a sugar tax like we do in the UK.
No, exactly.
Probably comes down to stuff like that.
Well, that's the other thing with the rain as well. You know, even if the flavour is identical, it might taste a bit different just because of the caffeine. The caffeine is different. I imagine there's probably more sweeteners in the American ones to compensate for the caffeine, even if the base flavour is actually chemically identical.
Yeah.
It might still taste different anyway.
Which, did somebody also say that was the same case for Monster Nitro, which is also something that we did this month? Did someone say they tasted different?
I'm not sure. I know Cryptic said that... I said that it tasted different to how I remember Super Dry tasting when we had the Max, but that was years and years ago.
Yeah.
And then Cryptic on Discord said that to him, the Monster Max Super Dry, because he only had it a couple of weeks ago, it tasted just like the Doctor, but a bit more tart. And I said, well, to be honest, that sounds exactly how I would describe the Nitro. So it sounds like that's a very, very similar flavour. But again, the Max is in a smaller can with more caffeine, so it's not going to be identical, but it sounds like the flavour's the same, same actual flavour, at least. Which is good, because I really like it.
Mm.
Oh, and MJ at Food Review UK reviewed the Monster Nitro yesterday. He said that he didn't know about it, but he saw our video on it, and that inspired him to go out and do a video on it. So that was nice of him.
Big Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Michael Jameson. He's yeah, he's a good lad. I'd recommend checking out his channel. If you've seen our channel, you probably have seen his channel. He's got like 15 times the number of subscribers, so it's unlikely that you haven't heard of him if you're watching us, but nonetheless, I'd go and check it out. It's a good channel.
Oh, nice that he mentioned us, though.
Yeah, no, he's mentioned us in a couple of the videos, like when he's done the Sneak and the X Gamer and a couple of the Monster Ultras. He's mentioned us, which is nice of him. As if it's nice when, like,
you have got to support other content creators. It's good.
Yeah, and I just like the fact that what I would see as a casual chemical dependence or addiction is interpreted by some people as some sort of authority on energy drinks, which is interesting.
And the best bit about the last month...
Yes.
Oh, no, that's the last point. Sorry, before we get on to the best bit, we also did Bar Zyber energy drinks.
We did, yeah.
Sorry, it's because I skipped a bullet point to Monster Nitro to tie in with Ray, and then I forgot the Zyber.
Yeah, I didn't notice either. But yeah, that's there. So, yeah, they were a mixed bag, I think. There were 3 of them.
Interesting to say the least, wasn't it? It was, mixed bag is the best way to put it. 2 of the flavours we didn't really overly enjoy, and one of them we did.
Yeah, although I think the cherry by far and away was the best flavour, but I think it was Eclipse Sonic commented on that video and said he's tried all 3 of them, and he rates the cherry one as his least favourite and the orange and passion fruit as his favourite one. So with that in mind, I would perhaps try all 3 of them regardless. But for me personally, the cherry one was by far and away the best.
Yeah. And then moving on to the best bit about the month.
To the best bit, yeah, we've done videos together.
We can do videos again together. Amazing.
Apparently, not this video, but in principle. Yeah,
it's bank holiday weekend. Just going into, I've got plans mainly.
Yeah.
As Sean said in the past, surprisingly, we do have other friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got plans with other friends this weekend.
Yeah, I'll look in the mirror and wonder how that happened. But yeah, we do have other friends. Yeah, it's good though. We've done a couple of videos. The Bar Cyber one for a start, and the curry pilau, which again was very, very good. I'm debating getting that tomorrow. After my
curry pilau.
Yeah, after my long day of work on a Saturday, I'm debating getting that on the way home. Although it'll be going home the long way round.
Nice.
But I'm debating going there because I really enjoyed that. And I'll be staying in on Sunday, so won't be any issues there. But it was, yeah, that chicken tikka masala was good. I've been thinking about that a lot since we had it. That sounds really bad. Oh, and Robert Owen, do you remember a while ago Robert Owen commented and said, "I'll go to this place, they do these easy dishes, you can get like curry and rice or curry and chips for £4. That was curry pilau.
Oh.
Yeah, because I remember Robert Owen commenting that, and I've got it written down. But then he commented and said, "Oh, I recommended this place ages ago," and I looked, and it's like, oh, that's them. I never put two and two together when they messaged us that that's the same place that Robert Owen had got, that we'd already got on the list of places to go. So thanks, Robert, for that, if you're watching. So we'd missed that little fact in the video. But, yeah, that's good. Good that we can cross somewhere off the list anyway, finally, because we've not done that in a while. Yeah, so we also met up for a barbecue, went to Costco.
We did the cyber energy drinks that night, didn't we? Yeah,
that was the night after the barbecue. So that was nice to kill.
Sean is a massive fan of Eurovision, you see, so he was like, let's have a barbecue, let's do a big Eurovision party, we'll do bar energy drink video, we'll have some beer as well. You loved it, didn't you?
Yeah. I did put that Ukrainian one on in the car, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, on my way to work on Sunday.
Nice.
I had it on in the car down the M6.
See? Massive fan.
Yeah. I've got no counterpoint to that. Like, people can take from that what they will. There might be some people who believe you and think that's why I'm not commenting, but we'll see. No comment. It was an experience.
But we know the barbecue was good, wasn't it? It was nice to.
The barbecue was good.
It's good to just have a barbecue, have some fun, not having to just do videos all the time.
No, I mean we don't have to do videos all the time, but it's something to keep motivated through life. Keep momentum through life. I can look forward to either uploading a video or getting a video ready for the next day. It's less disappointed since doing videos when I wake up in the morning.
So we've got no channel specific updates apparently.
No, well we've not had them for a while. I mean it's there's not been a lot of change.
Yeah.
So I mean we could mention something like that's if we were going to start doing different styles of videos or something, we could put it there. But just happy trundling along, having a good time at the moment.
Yeah. Maybe we should consider a different style of video sometime.
Well, there's cooking videos people have mentioned. I think we mentioned that last month.
Yeah.
I've got my Iron Maiden reincarnation of Benjamin Brieg all over print t-shirt to wear for when we do a cooking video. If you don't know what that is, it's a t-shirt I've had for a very long time, since I was probably about 17 or so. But it's if you watch Kay's Cooking Sausage Surprise, it's that t-shirt. So I'd just like to dress like my favourite celebrity chef if we're going to do a cooking video.
It's fair, man.
It's
nice little nod.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So moving on, final section, addressing comments and exploring ideas. We named this section. We don't really know why, but we just like to put stuff down.
Yeah, so there's not really been... There was...
Well, we mentioned, didn't we? We alluded to the fact that we didn't upload a video once upon a time.
Well,
because we thought it was quite bad.
Well, we
the raised one I'm talking about first.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
So it was early on in our YouTube career, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
We recorded it. It was probably one of our. It was still one of our first like energy drink videos, and I think we watched it back and we were just like, oh, can't upload that. It's rubbish. It was jarring the way we were speaking, and we didn't feel like it came across very well, which was a shame because we really liked the flavour, Sean especially, because he's a big fan of watermelon flavours, and yeah, it was just a shame that we watched it back, didn't we? And we edited it, and we were just like, can't put this up, man.
You know what? Like, I did upload it and put the link in the Discord, but watching it back, I don't know what the problem actually was with it, because I think at the time we were probably just a lot more insecure, because I watched it back and I thought, this isn't that bad. I wouldn't have a problem uploading this if we recorded it today. I think we just cared too much back then. Yeah,
exactly. And it's not that we probably cared too much. It was just like, I don't know, maybe we thought it would come across in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Which then moves, and someone in the Discord, was that Cryptic as well? Or was it Stolen Cryptic, or was it...
Anton was the one who commented saying he wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And then I think Alex commented and said that he agrees that it's a good thing we uploaded it.
Okay.
Paraphrasing, it was something like that.
Yeah. It's only been a Discord exclusive, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's an unlisted video, so I can share the link.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in this one if there's anyone who watches these videos but isn't in the Discord. I'll put the link in the description of this video.
Yeah.
If you do want to see it. But I'd forgotten that it was a video and we looked at Ray's Watermelon and Rockstar XD Power Hardcore Apple in the same video.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just Ray's Watermelon, but it was the pair of them.
Yeah, maybe I can't remember what it was now. Maybe we spoke too much. Maybe we said too much that I think conflicted with one another. Maybe it was something we didn't speak enough about. Or I don't know. I remember watching the intro the other week, like when you put it on, and it was like we called it a pre-workout energy drink, and it was just like we wouldn't call it that now.
The Rays, I probably would.
Which moves us on to other stuff, like, I think somebody might have asked, like, how many videos have you never uploaded, or people might have been wondering how many videos. It's not something we do often.
Well, there's that one. There's that one. There's one other, and then there's a couple that are uploaded, but they're unlisted just because they were not made live in time before the world went haywire, and they were videos of us together in the kitchen, and we thought we've got no way of proving that these were recorded months ago.
Have we? Have we actually still got... I didn't realise what we had.
I think there's at least one, and it's the Bang Champagne one. But we can put that up now at some point. But yeah,
anyway,
that
moves us on.
It was just one we hadn't got round to making public in time, and then by the time we didn't have any videos to upload, and it's like we can... So I like to try and keep it so that it's every other day, and sometimes we end up having no videos to upload the next day, and other times we end up having like 8 videos to choose from, just because the way we record them when we can. That one never ended up getting to the top of the queue, and then by the time we didn't have anything to upload, it's like, well, we can't upload that now because we're together, and that's going to be really jarring.
Yeah.
So it just ended up never going up.
Yeah. But more importantly, we didn't upload a video that we had, this top bullet point.
Yeah, from a local takeaway.
Yeah.
There was a local takeaway, and we did a video on it. And this is the bit we I can't remember if it was obvious or not that we cut a big section out of the curry pilau video.
Yeah.
Because we got sidetracked by this conversation that we're about to have.
Yeah, and it's a conversation I think we need to have. And
yeah, well, we didn't upload it. I was happy to upload it, but I'm often like I speak with intent, but I'm often quite bad at evaluating the tone of what I'm saying, and I thought that it was a perfectly fine video, but you watched it back and you said that I was coming across as a lot more negative than we wanted to be to a local business.
yeah, I want to say that I just thought it sounded more negative than it was.
Yeah.
Like, the points that you made about it were, which I said this to you at the time, I felt like the points that you made were right, but they came across worse than they maybe should have been.
Yeah.
And it was my concern that I think that was something we recorded before the world went bang.
Definitely, because we were both together in your kitchen.
But it was only like maybe 2 months before, wasn't it? Was it like maybe the January or February? I think.
I can't remember, to be honest, when it was.
Yeah, and then I think it was due to get uploaded during that time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was my concern that with the current climate of the world, it might not go down as well if it did come across as negative.
Yeah, I think that's a valid concern, and I think that the reason we mentioned it in the curry pilau video is because we were talking about how we are just honest to a fault, because there was the issue I had with the midnight delivery, where...
And somebody accused you of being bribed.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, they messaged me and said, oh, we've seen your review and we felt as though it was very negative. And I'm thinking, my first impression was having a hair in my donut. How positive can I be when I've spent £6 on 2 donuts and one of them's got a hair in it when I bite into it, you know? But then they said, you know, that's not the negative reviews can be quite damaging to small businesses. And I'm thinking, yes, that's true, but also bad service and bad products can be more damaging to small businesses. But they said that's not representative of the service we normally deliver. Let's sort you out with some free stuff and you can do another video if you'd like. And they did, and I did another video and it was a much, much better experience. And someone in the comments said, it sounds like you've been bribed. And it's like, quite possibly, but I'm not deleting the old video because that still stands as a representation of the experience I had. Just as this video, this new one, where I'm a lot more positive, stands as an accurate representation of the experience that I had.
The second time around.
Exactly. So... It's just
Some
about
could
honesty.
say it's an example of what would happen if you actually did complain as well, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something they'd said, is they've improved their customer service department in regard to complaints and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things you can't... So some people... I'd never tell anyone that we're getting things for a food review. Because I don't want it to be any different to how it would be. But some people...
Which we actually alluded to the fact in the curry pilau video. As far as we're aware, that is how it would get served to anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But we did allude that we don't know if, say, the amount of meat in the tikka masala or any of the other curries was a representative. Like, was that just because he knew he asked us to review it for him?
Yeah.
And because somebody, we don't want to say this is a good amount of meat, and then somebody else go, well, I only got half that because obviously he's not asking us to do a review.
you can never say for certain. That's the
No.
thing. But all we can do is be honest about the experience that we've had on the day that we've had it.
Exactly.
And if we feel as though that's negative or not necessarily representative, then, you know, like if the place we went to was a that we didn't upload the video for, if that was a random place, if I'd have gone there on my own, I'd have uploaded that video, no worries. If I'd have done that video here, I wouldn't have been concerned. But obviously, two points of contention there. One is that in this instance we were doing the video together and I had you to look at it and say, you know, Sean, what you're saying is going to come across as negative, whereas when I watch it back I can't necessarily recognise that.
Yeah.
Because to me it's just like, this is the experience I'm having, I'm going to tell you what it is, and if you interpret it as negative then that's on you, because I'm just telling you what it is. I'm not trying to put a spin on it. Unless it's Papa John's, I'll put a negative spin on that any day of the week. Number two is you've been there before and you know it's not necessarily representative of the service you normally get there.
Mm.
You know it's normally better than that.
Yeah.
And you know that didn't do it justice. But obviously on a one-off, ordinarily, you've got nothing to say like, this is normally better or this is normally worse. You can only do it. You've not got the benefit of knowing that it's not representative. And that's just one of the pitfalls of doing the video reviews, as opposed to people who say, you know, on Google, I've been going to this takeaway for 10 years. But then on the flip side of that, like, oh, I've been going to the same takeaway for 10 years and they're the best takeaway in Liverpool. It's like, you can talk about the consistency of them, but you can't say that they're the best takeaway in Liverpool, because that's the only takeaway you've been to for 10 years.
Yeah.
You've not been to any other takeaway in Liverpool. So it's one of those. It's pros and cons of each way of doing things, and each person telling you each thing. It's really difficult sometimes to get something that's accurate and unbiased and honest, and also an actual genuine representation, because we can't order 5 times from the same place and take an average.
No.
I mean, scientifically, that would be the best way to do a review if we were going to review the customer service and the consistency.
Yeah,
but it's
we've
just
been
just
to this
not
place
feasible.
5 times in the last 5 weeks, and this is our experience each different time.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that.
No, it's just not feasible.
But that's why it's easier to be negative about bigger chains, because people go to them more often.
Yeah, and you can't afford to give them you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, say, when McDonald's forgot the dip with the cheese bites, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt because they do that every single time. When KFC shortchange you on the chicken, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. They do it every time. When Burger King miss ingredients off the burger, they seem to do it every time.
Yeah.
You can't give them the benefit of the doubt like that. But with the small independent places, it's like, we can give them the benefit of the doubt, but we still don't know if we should be doing.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's just a bad day for them or if they are just a bad business.
They could be. You could have the best experience in the world, and you could be one of 5 orders they've had that night.
Yeah.
You could have, a relatively bad experience, and you could be one of 50 orders. And they're struggling exactly. Because it's the same night of the week. A Friday night on one, and you, like I say, no one's ordered from him, whatever. The Friday after, everyone could have ordered from him.
Yeah, if there's a football on or something and everyone's
ordered curry. And they're just absolutely
curry.
Swamped, and they've got the same amount of staff on, 2 or 3 of them usually as well in the local businesses, and they just, you just never know what your night's going to be like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those things, they wouldn't have opened a business if they didn't think they'd be good enough.
Yeah.
So, but then that's on the flip side, that's why I wouldn't want to try and put a local business down in that current climate, like I said to you about that one. So
yeah, no, I agree. It's just
it's hard when you want to be just out and out honest.
Yeah,
It is.
And I don't always see it as negative either, because I know one of the things I said specifically was about a specific ingredient, and I just said, like, with the style of the place that it is...
Was it the cheese by any chance?
It was the bacon.
Okay, but it was, yeah.
I said if this was streaky bacon instead of back bacon, so it was an American cheeseburger. I said if this was streaky bacon instead of back bacon, if it was crispy streaky bacon instead of back bacon, it would fit a lot better. And I didn't see that as negative, because I'm thinking this is a suggestion for improvement, and improvement is a positive thing. So I'm not saying, oh, this is crap, this has back bacon on. I'm saying I like this. It would be even better with crispy streaky bacon on instead of back bacon, because having back bacon reminded me of a greasy spoon calf rather than an American diner. And that you know, to me, that's saying something positive, because it's something that can be improved. If they'd heard that, it's something they can fix like that. Yeah. They can have that fixed within a day, and that they're serving a better product. But you pointed out that's not how people are going to interpret that. That comes across as massively negative.
It can be, yeah, the way it can be delivered, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's just hard.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, we just do what we do, and on that note, I'd say call us out in the comments if you've been somewhere and we've said it's the best place and you went there and had a bad experience. Tell us that. That's one of my favourite things about YouTube is, you know, it's the comment section is like a forum. You can just comment and tell us, I've had a really bad experience, or you can comment and say, I mean, for all I know, you could be lying, because you could go on and say, Papa John's have never ever forgotten any of my dips that I've paid extra for, and you could just be lying to us, but I would think that most of the time... Well, you know, there might
be the odd person out there who's been to Papa John's 3 times.
Yeah.
And each time it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, there is that chance that's happened.
It could have happened, yeah.
You know, so and that's why people will say Papa John's isn't that bad.
Yeah, and
there'll be people who say the complete opposite about Domino's. Like we've said, you know, I've never really had an issue with Domino's, but you know, you've always said like whenever they've got anything wrong, you contact them, they'll just send you out a new pizza or something.
They sort it out so brilliantly.
And it's been brilliantly. There'll be other stores, you know, out there, and people will just be like, hey, when I complain, they just said, yeah, whatever, you've done that, and not bothered.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose it comes down to as well, like some stores will be franchised and some won't be. Potentially. Yeah. You know, like the McDonald's, like, you know, some McDonald's franchises, they might like be fighting to be the best McDonald's in the region at the time as well and stuff. You know, there's just so much that can be going on.
Yeah.
That you're just not involved with, so you don't know.
Again, with Papa John's specifically, when it comes to honesty, I will say I like Papa John's pizzas better than Domino's pizzas, and people say, like, oh, why are you so bothered? It's only a dip. It's because I like them so much, is why I'm so bothered. Pizza Hut delivery, they're actually on the same street as Papa John's. They're opposite the hospital. The one that delivers to me is opposite the hospital, just 2 minutes walk from the Papa John's that I have issues with. But they're terrible. They're as bad as Papa John's. But I don't care, because the pizzas are crap. So I don't order from them anyway. So it doesn't bother me. The reason I'm so angry about Papa John's is because I really, really like their pizzas and I want to order them, but I know that every time I do, they mess up the order, they don't fix it, and it just ruins my evening because I look forward to the pizza so much. It's not what I ordered, I've not got what I've paid for, and it just ruins my night. Like, that's why it bothers me.
Exactly, you don't want to spend your night chasing dips.
Sorry, this has come out.
Oh. You don't want to be. You don't want to be. You know. You don't want to be. I'm sorry. What did I just say? I said you don't want your night to be about chasing dips from Papa John's.
No.
You want to be enjoying it in front of the TV, or you know, enjoying it painting Warhammer models or opening Pokemon cards. You know, doing something you want to do and enjoy, not chasing dips around Liverpool with a delivery driver.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Absolutely. No, it's a fair comment.
some people just don't get that. But yeah, comment on the videos if you've had a good or bad experience at somewhere we've had a bad or good experience. Comment and let us know, because the more experiences we can share, the better idea people will have. And if it happens that we've been somewhere and they've been really bad on that day, then comment in the comments and tell us, I go here all the time and they're really good, because that way when someone who hasn't been there ever is looking for reviews and they find our reviews on Google, because that happens, people go on Google and they find our reviews, they come to the review, they say, oh, this review's really good or this review's really bad. If you've commented your experience, they'll see that comment and think, oh, okay, there's a load of comments here that say they're really good, whereas this fat idiot said, you know, it'd be better with different bacon. I'm going to order from them anyway because all the comments say they're actually really good. You know, so do that, because that helps people just as much as the video, just as much as I'd like the videos themselves to.
Mm.
That's what I think anyway. You might disagree.
No, I think it's fair to say that, you know, there'll be, like I said, there'll be people who go somewhere and they'll be great, and there'll be other times when it's just really bad.
Yeah.
So you can only, like you say, you can only speak about the experience you have on the night.
Yeah.
That you have it. So
there might be other people who just, yeah, like when I was in Stafford, when my dad was still alive, and there's a lot fewer takeaways in Stafford than there are in Liverpool. So you know, if you fancy a takeaway on a given night, you know which ones to not order from on certain nights and what times to not order from them. Like there's certain takeaways that are really good, but if you order from them first thing, you're having reheated fries from the night before. So some of them, it's like they're really, really good, but you don't want to order from them until after 8 o'clock. And that sort of thing. But that's just something you can learn with experience. But that's something that people, the collective experience, can share in the comments and stuff with the videos.
yeah.
I think that's a powerful thing, is being able to share the things in the comments and on the Discord and stuff. And I'm not just saying that to drive engagement. If I was, I wouldn't be putting it in the month in review that gets about 80 views each time, you know. Be saying like and subscribe and comment at the end of every video if I was trying to just drive engagement.
Yeah. No, we like engagement, that's why we've got the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's much left.
I don't think there's anything left. I've got one bullet point here, but it's not something we need to talk about.
Sound. Well, I think on that note, it is time to end.
Yeah.
So
It's been a good month.
Yeah.
I think next month will be another good month, because it'll be the first entire month that we've been allowed to see each other and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Whether how much and whether we will see each other or not is a different matter, but just the fact that we're allowed to.
It depends what we get hold of and what we can and what we think's worth looking at, innit?
Yeah, it'll be good to know. Like, this FaceTime video feels really good, because it's like we're doing the FaceTime video because of convenience, because this is easier than driving and meeting up when we're busy, rather than we're doing the FaceTime video because we're not allowed to see each other.
Yeah.
And that's just a good feeling.
It's actually, so this will be the first FaceTime video we've done basically just out of convenience.
Yeah.
Rather than because we have to.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And the next, I don't know. Something we need to look up is when we do a car video, are we allowed to like film in the same car now? Like, does that count as being inside or like too close or what? Like, if you're allowed to hug, surely we can record a video inside the same car.
Yeah. Should be fine.
Yeah. So that'll
Sweet.
save on hard drive space.
Yeah. So yeah, on that note, it is time to end. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.